Fuck, oh, we're
Broadcast is
live.
live. Oh, we going live.
Yeah, from the underground.
Yo, it's your girl DJ, Baby Blue Diamond, and he's tuning in to guests in the building. One's been on our show twice, and this is his third time, so he's a three-peat. Deacon Rap, and
What's going on?
Sounds coming.
Oh! I was raising this hand, but I'm like, oh no, it's showing my other hand. I was trying to raise my hand to say hi to the people, but I was just like, why is this hand showing?
How you doing?
We're doing great.
Yeah, we're doing the hell of a lot of great things.
Yeah, how are you doing?
It's the storm that we had not too long ago.
Yeah, man, that was I always tell people all the time that was the real Christmas. Santa came late for us.
No, it seemed more like, you know what it seemed more like? Let me see if I can find one.
What?
Do you have that? Oh no, it's in a box set. It seemed more like Mr. Freeze from Batman and Robin would like reenacting his plan once again. Like I felt like we were living that scene from Batman and Robin.
Yeah, I even sent him the video of it too, where like the entire Gotham City was thawing itself as a result of the telescope at Gotham Observatory and the United States Army satellites thawing the city.
Yeah, and like when it first started, I posted a GIF of Mr. Freeze saying, "Tonight, hell freezes over."
Yeah, and I was when it was snowing outside of my apartment, like the first thoughts to me in the early storm was Home Alone and Christmas carols and Christmas music from Brenda Lee rocking around the Christmas tree, because you know during the actual Christmas we never got snow, we just got rain at best, but here comes February giving us a real Christmas, so to speak.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Did y'all take any pictures outside?
Actually, yes, I did. I posted it in my Instagram story, and I even put some Macaulay Culkin gifs on my story, as well as music. I even played Frank Sinatra's old music to the snow, like "Let It Snow" and the "Fly Me to the Moon."
For me, I didn't really take pictures. I was just like, that entire week, I was like Jenny from Forrest Gump. And I don't know why, but for some reason, she just slept and slept. Like she slept like she hadn't slept in years. Like I was waking up every day at around noon to 2 p.m. and it was like, oh my God, this is what I needed. And then after my first day of work, I need another week of sleeping. I think it's laggy.
Yeah,
I see. So what's new with you guys?
Well, what's new is
What have y'all been up to?
Well, what we've been up to is March 18th. We are dropping my first official feature, and also, is this your first music video that you?
It is my first music video.
His first music video, and oh my God. If you are a fan of the 90s Batman lore, like Batman the Animated Series, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin.
Batman Returns.
Well, I mean.
That's 1992.
Oh, yeah. After Batman Returns, but before Batman Begins, like, you will enjoy this video.
Yeah.
What was, besides the Batman inspiration, what else was inspiration?
Well, what mainly started, there was this meme back in 2016. It was a Batman meme, and it said, as I walk through the alley of my parents' death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left because I've been serving up justice so long that even my butler thinks that my mind is gone. And for the last 5 years, I've been thinking, man, if only someone made a full song of that. And I thought I could if I had the Batman cosplay, but I don't. And now that I have Nightwing, and you know, Kevin here, he's one of the most enthusiastic Robin cosplayers. And because he's also a rapper, I figured this is the perfect time. And plus, Kevin's been wanting to do a feature with me. He's been telling me, dude, let me be on a song. Let me be on a video.
Yeah.
And it's like after a year, I'm like, I've been talking to Kevin about doing this for like a year. I need to drop something because like High Strung just dropped his new album. Elijah 1K dropped her new album. I haven't dropped anything since like mid 2018. And it's like, I need to finally drop something.
The last time I dropped a song of mine was back in 2011, which is a long time ago. Also, that said, that's basically the lyrics to Coolio's Gangsta's Paradise redone. And it's interesting because Coolio showed up as a Batman and Robin actor during the motorcycle races where Alicia Silverstone's back row can be found racing for money, only to find Chris O'Donnell's Robin saving her from a very deep fall out of a bridge, because some of the motorcycle competitors were rigging the race against her to have her fall to her death. Luckily for her, Chris was there to save her. So it's kind of significant because not only are we dealing with Coolio lyrics being redone to accommodate Batman, but Coolio has deeper ties to Batman than anyone realizes. So it's a double win for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. What have you been up to?
For people who don't know who you are in a disruption, let people know. And how did y'all two link up?
Oh man, the year was 2018. The location was La Botanica Vegan Restaurant.
No, it was actually 2017. La Botanica had their own event. And this was actually when I talked to Wayne about helping them with their event, because, no offense to Wayne and La Botanica, but before y'all did the anime events with me, they were kind of like, okay, this is nice. And that's where I met Kevin and we just kind of like, we would see each other at cons from that point on. And then at one point, I'm like freaking 2019, I was like, yo, dude, you want to come chill in our hotel room? We're partying tonight before it's in Japan.
And we partied.
Oh, yeah.
We partied.
Oh, yeah. Like, definitely. Like, for him, it was his best experience at a convention.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very memorable one. Like, one thing about San Japan that I can say is when they have day zero, it doesn't even feel like day zero. It feels like day one already, because you're already getting acquainted with the businesses that are about to be there. You're about to get acquainted with the cosplayers. But there was nothing like getting into Deacon Rap's hotel room and figuring out who his team is, who his crew is. They're a very lovely group of people. We played music together. We ate pizza together. It was a fun time. I mean, I remember my first cosplay I ever did for Deacon Rap's first appearance of us knowing each other was Michael Jordan of the Chicago Bulls.
Oh, yeah, that's the next thing. When it comes to basketball, I'm going to put you like this. If you were watching Stars, right, and they had some type of basketball memorabilia, and Rick was just like, hold on, I got a buddy who just specializes in basketball memorabilia, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw Kevin walk into the pawn store like, yeah, this is from Game 3 of the 1992 World Series. You can see Michael Jordan fingerprint right here. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened one day, because that's next thing. Kevin cosplayed different variations of Michael Jordan.
Yes, I do. Just like some other people cosplay different variations of Spider-Man, Deadpool. I've even cosplayed as Robin wearing a Dennis Rodman jersey.
Rodman.
Yo,
get that picture.
Hold on.
No. Just, can you take it down and bring it over?
Let me.
Yeah. Actually, no. Let me get up from here. Y'all got to see this picture for real.
Yeah. So I also got a photo of Michael Jordan and myself.
Yeah, he's also where is it? Right here. He was also in Michael Jordan's basketball.
That's why I graduated high school from.
So. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, Kevin had literally single-handedly bridging the gap between NBA and Comic-Con.
Yeah, jersey collecting, sneaker collecting, cosplay, all mixed in a nice pot.
Wow, the lagginess is big.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who's lagging her.
Maybe both. It may be both of us.
Who knows?
No, it's me. It's my connection is a little weird over here, but it's all good.
I
But,
knew it. I knew you
I like the
were
story. I
like,
like that Michael Jackson.
"Nah,
Michael Jordan
it
story that I
happens."
had. I like the Jordan story that you had. That's pretty dope right there, man. That's really dope. Are we gonna get some more collabs from you two, or just
We're hoping, man.
gonna
Here's
be
the
the only
hope.
one?
As right now, I'm just trying to write some own lyrics for myself. The only thing is, I don't really have much tools to deal with to make my own music at a quality level. You know, making beats is easier, but making sure the vocals match with the audio, that it doesn't sound like someone produced it, that it sounds more radio quality than it does like someone off a tape recorder. I'm trying to make sure that I can have all the help I need in that regard. But in terms of Deacon, we're hoping to do some more features in the future.
Most definitely.
But I'm looking to do more solo projects myself. And like I said, my last solo project was in 2011. All I had back then was Audacity, a laptop, microphone, computer, and old-fashioned keyboard, which I don't have anymore.
Yeah, so basically it's like, you know, instead of waiting to get the resources he needs, he's like, you know, using the resources he has available to get started now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to come.
Definitely.
So your last project you said was in 2011. then you waited some years to drop a joint. Why wait so long? I understand you didn't have the equipment and the stuff to do it, but why not still like drop singles or freestyle?
I actually have dropped some freestyle
like
videos. I have dropped some freestyle videos on YouTube, but very seldomly do they get good reviews from the likes and dislikes bar. And then on top of all that, I have done some karaoke performances using Jay-Z's public service announcement, Quad City DJ Space Jam. For the small traffic that my stuff gets, it's very rare for my stuff to get well regarded.
Plus, I feel like, he's more dedicated as an actor than he is as a rapper.
That is
like,
true.
The two were working 3 jobs at one point, and they were all acting jobs. Like it was at Dinner Detective, 13th Floor, and SeaWorld at the same time, right? And then plus, you're taking an acting class in Bryan, Texas.
Yeah, for Nikki Peterson Talent Network.
How much did you pay for that?
I want to say the whole tuition is $6,800, but most of it's already paid off, I guess. But I need to review that again.
Yeah, I know. But here's the thing: you were willing to invest $6,800 in acting, but you haven't invested that much into music. So that's why I say you're more of an actor than a rapper, because like that's dedication. How many rappers do you know? Like just willing to invest $6,800 like on the spot, you know?
Yeah, and the thing about it is that the reason why I did that is because yes, acting did come first in my life from an entertainment standpoint. The reason why I decided to pick up rapping was for a couple reasons. Number one, when I did pick up rap music, it was during an era of entertainment where young child stars and teenagers had a second or third ability. You look at the kids of Disney Channel in the early 2000s, late 2000s, like Miley, Demi, Selena. They weren't just actors, they were singers as well. And I'm thinking to myself, how can I differentiate myself from the likes of Zac Efron, Corbin Bleu, and Vanessa? Well, simple. Don't sing pop music, sing another genre. And I loved rap. And I'm like, whatever they sing about is what they sing about there. But when you're over here, you follow the rules of rap. Whatever rappers rap about these days, whatever Snoop Dogg says on his records, whatever Soulja Boy says on his records.
Soulja Boy.
I mean, it's just an example because the year was 2007.
Yeah.
So basically, my alibi to myself was follow the rap procedure, and you shall be successful. If you just go way off reservation doing your own thing, you're screwed. So, number one, find your own lane. Number two, once you find your own lane, find the rules within that lane, find the rules of the road and follow the rules of the road, and off to your merry way. But yeah, I felt that to myself that acting wasn't gonna be enough. And considering that during 2007, Chris Brown was a triple threat actor, singer, and dancer, I needed to find an extra edge so that I could stay competitive with those kind of folks, because as I said, I felt that acting by itself wasn't going to get me in the door.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am an actor first, and I am a
Do
musician.
you feel that
She said that what?
do you feel that it's hard for a lot of these artists to find their lane?
You know, depending on the situation, it can be, man, because when you have situations like that of Eminem, who after so many years has found his footing and has gone like a mad truck, the lines do kind of start getting blurred between, you know, when to follow a trend, when to do your own thing, because it's always such a gamble. You look at Hurricane Chris, you look at Soulja Boy Trouble, guys who in the mid 2000s were at the top of their game, but then after a couple more songs, they just went as fast as out as they came in. It's like, man, people wonder what happened to them. It's like, well, that's the price of following a trend or creating a short-lived trend. And that's where Jay-Z and Eminem have taught us that sometimes it really pays off to be authentic. It really pays off to not take the easy way out and not just make it about catchy tunes. Have your lyrics be as meaningful as your chorus and your refrain and your beats. Don't just rely on the chorus to carry you through or gimmicks to carry you through, because sooner or later, people will get tired of your gimmicks. Sooner or later, people will get tired of the catchy choruses. Sooner or later, people are going to want to ask for lyrical substance. And, you know, once they find out that you don't have lyrical substance, you get exposed and you don't get taken as seriously as you used to. And, you know, 50 Cent also did a good job of this. Nas also did. Eric B., Rakim, all the heavyweights of the game. KRS-One even. They knew what they were doing when they wrote their records.
Church, he says, nice heavyweights. Those are the heavyweights that you're talking about.
Repeat it again.
And Chris Live.stream from Twitch says, nice heavy.
All right, so laggy. I can't.
It's very laggy, man.
Yeah.
Nice heavyweights.
Oh, now I see it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't there another comment in there too? Or was it just one?
Maybe.
Oh, I really dig that. Yeah, Chris Sayego says I really dig that.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But yeah, there's also anything I've learned from the likes of Will Smith is that he was authentic to the very end, and he came back for a couple hip hop songs as of late. But finding the line between staying true to yourself and staying with the times is always very hard, man, because just one wrong decision, whether it's leaving a label, whether it's taking a new direction with your music, that's a huge gamble and it's unproven.
Not paying the IRS.
Not paying the IRS too.
Yeah.
All that can count against you, and all it takes is just one bad moment to make it all go away. And
yeah,
it's like walking a tightrope. I love the influences. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah.
Man.
It also takes even what you say on social media. Like look at like Roseanne Barr. Like
yeah,
and
the
then,
Planet of the Apes joke. Oh,
yeah,
man.
like I see what she meant, but no.
Considering the hostility in today's age, and considering the hostility that has been going on the past couple of years, especially last year during pandemic season.
Dude. People are so upset right now because Lola Bunny in the new Space Jam look more like a basketball playing rabbit
than a sex idol.
Yes.
Sex idol.
Yeah.
And my assessment on that is, okay, Pac, when he went to death row and he became more darker. Yeah, man. Like, we can't forget about Pac, and we also can't forget about Biggie either. Hey, for those of y'all haven't seen it yet, if you have Netflix, watch Biggie, I Got a Story to Tell. It's a very good documentary. And it has a lot of irony in it, too, because he had a homeboy named Oli who suffered a very terrible fate growing up in Brooklyn. So Biggie left Brooklyn alive only to come back dead, which is very crazy. When you think about it, like they treated his funeral like a presidential parade. That was the impact Biggie had on Brooklyn and the hip hop world at large. I don't think there's many guys on that planet living or passing that can create such an impact like Biggie can.
Yeah. Not only that, but also if for anyone who's watching is also an artist, I recommend watching the Hip Hop Evolution documentary series. It starts off, when right before Kool Herc put the two turntables together, they're telling the story of what was going on before that, leading to that. And hearing Grandmaster Flash talk about how hip hop is not an art, it's a science. At least back then it was a science. It just blows your mind like, whoa.
Well, it's not even just a science, man. It's a lifestyle too.
That's true, yeah. What I mean by science is like when he talks about how it was taboo to, touch the records, you had to take a guess. And he was just like, I'm going to write on it with crayon.
Yeah. And I also hear that Showtime's Wu-Tang Clan of Mics and Men is also worth a watch.
Yeah. And for those of you watching, remember, Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with.
Yeah, it's for the children, though.
Yeah, exactly. Be like, then they realize that, man, they actually know a lot about hip hop.
Yeah, I mean, we try our best to study it, and we try our best to watch the documentaries. One of my favorite rap documentaries of all time definitely has to be ODB's Return to the 36 Chambers by Amazon Prime, man. Like hearing the story of the rise and fall of ODB, on one end it makes you smile, but on the other end it kind of makes you wonder, damn, man, ODB had to go out like that. Wu-Tang Clan, nothing but, hey, ChrisLive.com already know. I actually met Method Man in one of my old jobs. I used to be a retail salesman for a sneaker company at a mall here in San Antonio, and Meth came to my store, and I saw him. I talked to him a little bit, and I couldn't get his man some shoes, but it was worth the experience. And they actually performed that night here in the city.
It was that night that Chris Condé got to rap with him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
That FX Hulu show, Hip Hop Uncensored. Speaking of FX and Hulu, man, hey, Wu-Tang American Saga's also
about the guys behind the scenes, like Haitian Jack, for example.
Yeah.
Oh, another one.
What? Method Man? Yes, I said it. Method Man came to my job once.
Yeah. By the way, did you learn?
Man, you have a lot of dope stories. I like that.
Yeah.
I think
I like that you have a lot of dope stories. Very cool, man. I was gonna ask y'all, since y'all grew up in that old school hip hop era, and I know that's what you. How do your thoughts on this new era with the social media, the TikToks, the Instagram?
I like that it gives you more opportunity to get yourself.
How do y'all manage that?
I like how it gives you more opportunity to get yourself out there, but like SNL had the sketch about the two guys with face tattoos, and they have a song called Yeet. Like, have you seen that SNL sketch?
Actually, no, but
with Queen Latifah and Questlove or whatever his name is.
Nah, I never saw.
So anyway, it shows these guys, they're complete idiots, and they're like, nah, we the best, bro. We got 3 billion streams on SoundCloud. And Queen Latifah's like, what could you have possibly made? They got 3 billion streams. They're like, yeet, good. You never loved me, mom. And I'm just like, oh my God, like this is possibly the future. Like for real, this is possibly what's gonna happen in the future.
Well, on one end, I could definitely understand where he's coming from. But also on the other hand, when I actually listen to some of the music myself, I actually take some time to listen to it. And whether it's playing NBA 2K, whether it's playing NBA Live, or just hearing it on the radio, or watching the MTV VMAs to see where the kids stand with music, you kind of start to understand. Yes, on one end, in some ways, hip hop has become too simplistic. But on the other end, it kind of works too because of the ties that it has to other things. So when you look at hip hop and its connections to sports, particularly football, basketball, and boxing, it kind of makes sense how everything all ties together. The hype.
The hype, yes.
You look at how Travis Scott plays a significant role in NBA 2K. You look at how J. Cole's an important aspect of NBA All-Star Weekend and how the kids get attracted to that stuff. And it starts to make me think that as a diehard basketball fan myself, that maybe I shouldn't be so hard on guys like the baby, Lil Nas X. Maybe it's time for me to back up off of him just a little bit. And then, you know, that also goes for Black Youngster, as well as Yo Gotti.
Like, yo, Lil Nas X, bruh, he needs to make more stuff like Old Town Road, like for real.
Yeah, but until then, we got Lil Baby holding us down.
No, but it's like what I mean is, like,
I agree with that. And with this, but I'm forced to listen to it when I have to DJ at certain events.
Okay.
What about certain events?
So it's crazy.
What'd you say?
What about certain events? DJ at certain events?
I said that this new music I don't really listen to. Forced to listen to it when I have to DJ at certain events.
Okay. And let's not forget, man, Drizzy's been killing it for the past couple years.
That's not what I'm 2000 R&B.
Him and Future, man. Every time him and Future are on a track together, it's about to go down. Like, you can't get mad at a Future Drizzy collaboration, especially now with Life Is Good and Used to This and Jumpman. And as a Michael Jordan fan, I love the song Jumpman.
Drake and Future kills it, and Drake and Meek Mills kill it.
Oh yeah, man, Meek. Yeah,
the thing that I love the most about Drake is that, like, all the features he's doing with lesser known artists. Like, there are some artists who are known right now because Drake did a feature with him a few years ago.
Yeah.
And like I told Kevin, if Drake was a basketball player, he'd currently be like #1 for assists.
Yeah, man, probably, especially since he's an ambassador for the Toronto Raptors anyway. And then don't forget about Khaled. Don't forget about DJ Khaled, man.
Yeah,
DJ. I don't know if you heard Soulja Boy said this whole style.
Yeah, it's coming in and out. Like, I see her mouth moving, but like the audio's in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's hard. Just like it was crazy, but I said that the interview that Soulja Boy did.
About Drake.
The Soulja Boy interview about.
So just bear with us. We're gonna get it together. But
is it about Drake?
Oh, okay.
DJ Khaled.
With an E though, not an I, an E. We the best. We taking over.
Yeah.
Another one.
Saying that Drake took his whole time.
So, as far as talking about hip hop today, I mean, I like how Eminem is just consistently in his own, like, Eminem is like, I feel like Eminem is like, 10 years ahead of us.
Yeah, well, don't forget, Jigga's also still on the game too, and every time he drops a record, the world notices. The story of OJ, man, like, I don't think anyone's.
What are your thoughts on people who say Eminem and Biggie should not be on the top 5?
No. Eminem,
it's absurdity. That's what
Eminem needs to be in the top 5, and Biggie definitely needs to be in the top 5 because, like, like he just said about the influence of Biggie, and then Eminem, friggin' one of the best things I heard him say was on "Sing for the Moment," right?
Yeah.
These songs are nightmares to white parents who force-feed a child who dyed hair and life wearing. Like everything they say has no bearing. So scary in a house that allows no swearing. And then the next thing in that same song, he's like, I'm signing CDs while police fingerprint me. They're for the judge's daughter, but it's grudges against me.
Yeah, and that kind of reminds me of what not DJ Yo, MC Ren. MC Ren once said in 100 Miles of Running on an NWA record, your whole fucking family's wearing our t-shirts in reference to the cops that often arrest the NWA or fans of them. Like, you love arresting us, but your whole family's wearing our gear.
Yeah.
And with me personally, even if I don't put Eminem in my top
Well, I know a
five,
lot of people say that.
bottom
I
line
know
is,
a lot of people say Biggie died too soon.
yeah, he did. I agree.
That's why he's
I
gonna be
actually
in the top
outlived him.
five, but yet they still put Tupac in the top.
Yeah, he died at 24. I just realized that I outlived him by 3 years, which is crazy. Like, I never thought I'd live to see the day that I would say that. But even if I don't put Eminem in my top 5 or 10, bottom line is when you look at Bad Boy, you look at Aftermath, Death Row, Doggy Style, all those labels are the reason why hip hop was allowed to flourish the way it did up to date. You know, before Young Money, Cash Money, Business. You know, Wheezy, Birdman, aka Baby, Drizzy in his early stages, Nicki, Tyga, and then with Aftermath, you have Dre, you have Snoop, you have M, you have 50, you have the G Unit, you have the Dirty Dozen, otherwise known as D12.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Proof, by the way.
Yeah, and not only that, but another reason why
Exactly.
another reason why Biggie should be like
Proof. A lot of people say Lil Wayne should not be in top 5 as far as lyricists.
Like Juicy alone should have Biggie at least somewhere in the top 5.
Yeah, for me, I'm not really so much focused on my top 10 or top 20 ever. For me, my focus in that regard, though, is the overall impact those men had on my life. Like, you know, don't forget Murder Inc. also with Ja Rule, Ashanti. You know, then you also had early 2000s guys like Master P, Mystical, Nelly.
Whoa.
Joel Santana.
Bro, I feel like we don't give. I feel like when you compare Master P and Jay-Z, you know, from the business end, I honestly feel like we overhype Jay-Z because look at Master P. He played for the Raptors. He had a movie. He had a TV show, a clothing line. Dude, he even had a sugar mama and then Rap Snack, and he's about to release a line of ramen noodle products. Master P is living every dream.
He even owns his own professional wrestling promotion, supposedly, and his own basketball league.
Yeah.
Yes, the Rap Snacks. He did the pancake.
I met his son Romeo Miller at Michael Jordan Flight School too. He stopped by for a day. Him and T.O. Terrell Owens.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
That's dope.
Yep. Mark.
Well, let's talk about the new collab that y'all have out. When does it come out? When can people expect to see it?
The video will drop on March 18th.
When can people expect the video that y'all have out?
The video will drop on March 18th in honor of the Snyder Cut, which is the new Justice League movie, which will premiere on HBO Max. And the song will be available on SoundCloud probably that Monday, which is the 14th, I believe.
I believe so.
Wow, HBO Max, that's dope. So how'd y'all do that? How'd y'all get in collab with them?
Oh, we actually didn't collab with HBO Max. This is our own operation. We just decided to pay the ultimate respect to Zack Snyder, who was the catalyst of the DC Extended Universe by releasing our music video on the very same date as he releases Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah, because, oh my God, if you guys have seen Justice League in theaters, 30 minutes of it was Zack Snyder, and the other hour and a half were reshoots by Joss Whedon. The Snyder Cut is going to be 4 hours of Zack Snyder. That was the original cut of what Justice League was supposed to be. And it could be a totally different movie.
Yeah, and what's even more interesting is 2 things. Joss Whedon, as of lately, other than allegations of the Me Too movement at the hands of Ray Fisher and even Charisma Carpenter, who worked with him up with the Vampire Slayer, he was credited for Avengers Age of Ultron and the original Avengers film, which were both box office successes and critical successes. So I guess for some reason, WB and Zach felt that he was the right man for the job to finish the original Justice League cut that made it to theaters because Zack Snyder faced a tragedy in the family. He lost his daughter and he had to bail out early to attend to his family. But you can't get angry at that. You know, you're a family man first and you're a director second.
Not only that, but like the studio, he wanted to make it like 3 hours, and that's what he wanted. He had a vision, 3 hours. He literally made this for fans, And the studio wanted it cut down to just under 2 hours to make more time for screening in the movie theaters.
And also, WB didn't have enough faith in the DC fan base's ability for a long attention span either. And that's what really hurt them. And one thing I learned about the original Joss Whedon cut of Justice League, just because it works for Marvel doesn't mean it works for DC. And most people don't understand that yet. DC and Marvel are totally polar opposites when it comes to film identities. DC does better in the dark. Marvel does better in the light. Marvel's better at telling jokes. DC's better at keeping it real. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, today's comic book film scene could use nothing but variety. You know, it's a yin and yang effect. One doesn't have to necessarily copycat one for the other tit and tat.
Like, here's my best thing that I can recommend. There's a thing called the DC Animated Universe, which starts with a movie called Flashpoint Paradox. Like, go watch Flashpoint Paradox and then watch Age of Ultron, and those are the two opposite. No, the original Avengers and Flashpoint Paradox, and that is a good yin and yang of what Marvel and DC are about, because Flashpoint Paradox is pretty dark.
Yeah, you wouldn't go to Burger King. You wouldn't go to Burger King asking them for a McDonald's product. You wouldn't go to Wendy's asking for a Jack in the Box product. So why are you gonna ask DC to be Marvel? Why are you gonna ask Marvel to be DC? You know, it's a totally different inventory of characters, totally different inventory of storylines. And some people, because of what they know, they think that DC has what it takes to match Marvel. And at this point in time, as much as I love DC, I don't think that's the case, because number one, they started their universe late. Number two, their first three efforts, Batman versus Superman, Man of Steel, Suicide Squad, all critically panned, all critically wrecked to bits. Meanwhile, with Iron Man, the Incredible Hulk, and Thor, and Captain America, all four of the original solo efforts of the MCU were critically praised.
Yeah, and my thing is this. When you watch an animation, right? When you watch the Marvel cartoons or the Marvel cartoon movies, I can't stand them. I can't sit through them. Where the DC cartoon movies, look at this guy. He has literally almost all the DC cartoons on DVD. Like,
there's Justice League Unlimited season 1. There's Superman the Animated Series Volume 1.
Super Friends from the 70s.
Superman 2. Superman Returns. Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2.
Hulk. Yeah, and then freaking Batman the Animated Series. The point I'm trying to make is DC really focused on their animated department and not on their live action, because they got Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill, the best Batman and Joker ever. If we can get them on big budget promotion in the theaters, you know, fight. DC could actually have a hand in. And
I grew up on The Crow. Hey, The Crow is one of the greatest film sagas I've ever seen. I know a lot of people might hate me for this, but I actually enjoyed The Wicked Prayer for all it's worth. David Boreanaz, aka Angel from Buffy, he was the main baddie of that. And then Edward Furlong, formerly known as John Connor from The Terminator, he was the Crow in that film.
Yeah.
But I have to disagree with my friend Deke over here. You can only focus so much on animation for so long that sooner or later it's going to become a blown tire. And how do you replace a blown tire? You need a spare. So in case animation doesn't work out, like with Batman Ninja or Batman the Killing Joke, which didn't do so well, you need a backup plan. And the backup plan could be video games, live action shows from the CW.
You watched Batman the Killing Joke, right?
Yes, I have.
Here's the problem. So they have a song in the movie just to make it, 1 hour and 16 minutes. And then that opening short with Batgirl short, that had nothing to do with the rest of the movie. That was part of why it didn't do so well, because it doesn't have anything to do with the rest of the movie. And this is rated R, and
Well, thank you, Deacon Rap and Inner Destruction, for being on U3. It's a pleasure to have you two. Before I let you two go, let us know where we can check out your music, your social media. Give us all your links.
Okay. Type in Deacon Rap just like she typed it, but with no space in between Deacon and Rap. And you can find me on Instagram, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, everywhere. And for all the single ladies out there, type it into Tinder. Swipe, or is it swipe right? I don't know.
I have a Tinder of my own myself.
It's
But
the thing. Mine is just an ad to send you the link to my music. When you have an account, you don't have to like make an actual account. Just put link to your music in the description. Bing, bang, boom. Everybody's gonna see it.
For me, my YouTube is only 123 KM, lowercase letters, only one put together, 23. And KM is my legal initials, all lowercase, the number 23 as well. And on Instagram, it's legend, all lowercase letters, 23 KM, still lowercase initials. My Twitter is at End of Destruction, all lowercase. I do have a Snapchat, which is my name, legend 23 KM.
Lame.
because as you guys mentioned, I am an actor first before anything else. And before being a cosplayer and a rapper. And I have a Tinder, but I don't know what I go by.
SoundCloud.
Oh, I don't have a SoundCloud.
Oh man. Well, so yeah, that's the link to find us.
You heard it straight from their mouths. Make sure you go ahead and check them out. Check out the new single that's dropping March 18. You will not be disappointed. And it's your girl DJ Baby Blue Diamond, and